Hello everyone, konnichiwa. Welcome to this video, which is the 8th lesson of the basic Japanese series for beginners. You will learn verbs like come, go, and return or go home, and words related to public places and transport. You will also learn the particles a and they, which are used to show the direction and the means of transport, respectively. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to use them and frame sentences on your own. So please watch it till the end. If you have not watched my previous videos, please watch them first and be thorough with the content presented in it. Let me begin with the words related to public transport. The first one is jitensha, which means bicycle. Next is basu, which is bus. Next is densha, which means electric train. Next is shinkansen, which is the bullet train. Next is chikatetsu, which means subway. Next is kuruma, which means car. Next is takushi, which means taxi. And the last one is hikoki, which means aircraft. Let me pronounce them once. Jitensha, basu, densha, shinkansen, chikatetsu, kuruma, takushi, hikoki. Next, let me go to the words related to public places. The first one is eki, which means railway station. Next is byoin, which means hospital. Next is kuko, which means airport. Next is ginko, which means bank. Next is depato, which is the short form of department store. Next is honya, which means bookshop. Actually, hon means book and ya means store. And when combined, honya means bookshop or bookstore. I'll give you another example where ya is used at the end. Hana means flower, ya means store, and when combined, hanaya means florist. The last word is supa, which is the short form of supermarket. Let me pronounce them once. Eki, byoin, kuko, ginko, depato, honya, supa. Next, let me go to some verbs which are related to movement. The first one is ikimasu, which means to go. Its past tense is ikimashita and the negative is ikimasen. To know how to form the negative and the past tense, please watch my previous video on verbs. The next verb is kimasu, which means to come. Its past tense is kimashita and the negative is kimasen. The last verb is kaerimasu, which means to return or go home. Its past tense is kaerimashita and the negative is kaerimasen. Next, let me go to the particle a, which shows the direction of movement. When verbs indicating a move to a certain place, such as ikimasu, kimasu, and kaerimasu, are used in the predicate, the particle a is put after the place to show the direction of the move. Let me give you some examples. Eki means railway station and ikimasu means to go. Now, to say I will go to the railway station, in Japanese, it will be watashi wa eki e ikimasu. Here, the particle a, which is in between the place and the verb, indicates the direction. To say that I went to the airport, let us replace eki with kuko and ikimasu with ikimashita. So the Japanese sentence will be watashi wa kuko e ikimashita. Just remember to place the particle a in between the place and the verb. Okay? Next, let me go to the particle de, which indicates the means or method used. When verbs indicating a move to a certain place, such as ikimasu, kimasu, and kaerimasu, are used with the particle de, then de indicates the means of transportation, and the noun preceding de indicates the kind of transportation. Let me give you some examples. Kuruma means car, and kimasu means to come. Now, to say I came to the bank by car, in Japanese, it will be watashi wa kuruma de ginko e kimashita. Here, the noun kuruma preceding the particle de indicates the kind of transportation. Now, to say that I will go to the hospital by car, let us replace ginko with byoin. So the Japanese sentence will be watashi wa kuruma de byoin e ikimasu. Just remember to place the particle de after the transport. Next, let me give you a sentence pattern which is easy to remember. After the subject which is at the beginning, we will add time, which is followed by the particle ni if time is in numerals. Next, we will add transport, which is followed by the particle de. Then we will add the place, which is followed by the particle a. And finally, we will end the sentence with the verb. If I give you an example, it will be easy to understand. To say Mr. Rao will go to the supermarket by bicycle at 5 p.m., we will start with Rao-san. Next, we will add goji ni. Next, we will add jitensha de. Then we will add supa a. And finally, we will end with ikimasu. So the Japanese sentence will be Rao-san wa 5時に自転車でスーパーへ行きます. Just remember time, transport, place in between subject and verb. Of course, you can always omit the words which are not required. For example, if you want to omit the time, you will say Rao-san wa 自転車でスーパーへ行きます. If you want to omit the means of transport, you will say Rao-san wa 5時にスーパーへ行きます. Next, let us learn how to translate simple English sentences to Japanese. The first sentence is, tomorrow I will return to India by flight. You know that tomorrow is ashita, flight is hikoki, and to return is kaerimasu. Time is ashita, transport is hikoki, and place is Indo. So the translation will be, Watashi wa ashita hikoki de Indo e kaerimasu. Let us go to the second sentence. You know that last month is sengetsu and went is ikimashita. Time is sengetsu, transport is not there, and place is Kankoku. So the translation will be, Kim-san wa sengetsu Kankoku e ikimashita. Let us go to the third sentence. You know that tonight is konban, where is doko, and go is ikimasu. Since it is a question, it has to end with ka with a rising intonation. So the translation will be, konban doko e ikimasu ka? Let us go to the fourth sentence. You know that every morning is mai asa, train is densha, and goes is ikimasu. Time is mai asa. It is not in numerals, so the particle ni will not be there. Transport is densha and place is not there. So the translation will be, Rao-san wa mai asa densha de ikimasu. Let us go to the fifth sentence. Time is not there, transport is jitensha, and place is kaisha. So the translation will be, Watashi wa jitensha de kaisha e kimashita. Let's go to the sixth sentence. Time is kino, transport is not there, and place is uchi. So the translation will be, Aoki-san wa kino uchi e kaerimasen deshita. Let us go to the last sentence. You know that this train is kono densha, which becomes the subject. It has to be followed by the particle wa. Place is kuko, and since it is a question, it has to end with ka with a rising intonation. So the translation will be, Kono densha wa kuko e ikimasu ka? Please remember the sequence and try to practice with different words. So that is it for now. I hope this video was useful. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to sub below. And if you found the video good, give it a thumbs up and share it with others. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.